All right, it is Sunday night. It's September 7th, 2025. It's been a long weekend of eBay related business here in the Hot Lunch shop. So tonight I'm going to show you all of the stuff that I picked up at garage sales yesterday. And then I'm going to pack up all of the orders that came in yesterday and today, which amounts to 11. I chose to not pack up orders last night, not expecting there to be that many orders today. And now I'm going to be overwhelmed with the number of packages I have to make tonight, and it's already after 10. So I'm gonna just have to get to work and get this done because I've got to work in the morning at my day job, and I have been bustling really Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I'll tell you about some of the stuff that happened this weekend and these things that I picked up and how much I think I'm gonna be able to sell them for. So stick around till the end of the video. After I pack everything up, I'll tell you the exact amount of money that we made on each of the items, and add it all up and figure out how did we do for Saturday and Sunday. I think this has been the best 2 days in a row I've had in quite a while. So let's get to work and see all of this great stuff. Okay, I'm just turning the camera around and I'm gonna hold it in my hand and try to show you these things. So if it gets a little bit wild, then I apologize. Okay, so my wife Jessica came down today and Friday, and we went through quite a lot of boxes and other inventory locations looking for stuff that was missing, things that are in here but not listed on eBay, or listed on eBay and not here. And so we didn't find that many problem items, really. I'd say like 3 or 4 things that were in the box but weren't listed on eBay, and most of them I either listed them or I decided to just delete them. This is the other part of this project, is to just get rid of stuff that's been sitting around for too long and that isn't worth enough money to hang on to it forever. So I probably dropped my shop down by, I don't know, not that many, 20 items maybe at the most. But one thing that we found that I know was listed is this bag of, these are like all the different pets that Barbie would have had. So this is probably pretty valuable. I'm gonna guess this is worth 40 to 60, maybe $70. So I'm gonna get those listed right away as soon as I can. So then everything else I'm gonna show you came from garage sales and church sales and stuff. I feel like there should be more than this, but I've got about 6 or 8 things I'm gonna show you. So, okay. The first thing here is this Rawlings bag. I think this is for carrying, this is like a baseball bag. So you can put your bat over here and strap it in, put some balls in here or whatever. It's got these long bungee cord. I don't know what that's for. Anyway, I went to this church resale, or it's like a church rummage sale, and I don't know what's going on there. It started at 9. I got there at 9:45, and there was absolutely no other people there shopping. And they were like, I found 3 things to buy. I'll call them out when I get to them. I found 3 things to buy, and they charged me $15 for everything. So I say I paid $2.50 for this. I'm gonna guess it's worth 30 to 35. It's in great condition, so I'm sure I can get at least 30 for it. We'll see, maybe we can get more. I haven't done much research on any of this stuff yet, so I don't know the values. I'll just tell you the numbers I'm guessing. But there was nobody at that sale at all, and when I asked for a price on these 3 items, they were like, "Don't you want to do some more shopping?" And I said, no. And they're like, we'll help you find clothes that's in your size. And I was like, okay, no, I just got to get out of here. But I did feel bad. They didn't have any customers at all. Okay, next thing I found, or I'm going to show you anyway, is this Mac Miller sweatshirt. It says 1992. I don't know, that's probably his birth date. It's dated 2012. So I haven't found, I was at the sale trying to search this up on eBay, and I didn't find any exact comps of this particular red sweatshirt with a zipper and this design on it. But there's a bunch of his shirts, and some of them are upwards of like $55 and $60. So I don't know what I'll get for this, but I only paid $1 for it. So if I sell it for $12 or $15, I'll be doing fine. I hope to get more than that for it though. But okay, next, it is a size small, so that could be detrimental to its value. The next thing is this camera. I've never seen anything like this. It was at a park district, and they had maybe 30 to 40 vendors there selling stuff. So I didn't find much to buy, but I found this camera, and the guy wanted, I can't remember what he wanted for it, 20, and it had a case and stuff with it, and I didn't know, it wasn't even the matching case. So I said, I think he told me 15, and then I said, will you take 10 for just the camera and not the other accoutrement? And he said, well, how about 12 and you take everything? So I paid $12 for this. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a battery, so I had to order a battery. That's like another $10. So this is like a $22, maybe like $23 camera. I'm hoping that it works, because if it works, it's probably like $120, I think, maybe 100. I mean, I would at least get 90 for it. So 12 into 90, I'm real happy about. 23 into 90, a little bit less happy about that, but still be a pretty good profit, assuming it works. If it doesn't work, it could be a parts camera, or it could just be garbage. It's hard to know. It's a Ricoh TF500. Some articles call it the best point and shoot camera ever made. So we'll find out if that's true or not. All right, next up here, from that same church sale, I got this Winnie the Pooh. It's pretty big. It's about, I don't know, 2 feet tall, 2.5 feet tall. It says somewhere on it, talking, on the tag, it says talking Winnie the Pooh, I talk. So I don't know if there's probably a zipper here. I'll have to take it apart, see if it works. $250 I paid for him. I think he's probably worth $45 if he works, maybe $30 if he doesn't, maybe $20 if he doesn't. Either way, it's kind of a big thing to hang on to for only $20, but I'll sell it if I can. All right, from that, just around the corner here, I was coming home. I thought I was done buying stuff, and I saw one more sale right around the block for me, and I stopped there, and the first thing I saw was this set of motorcycle saddlebags. These are brand new, never been used. It's Viking bags, and it's like a lighter brown leather. Whoops, I can't find the exact ones, but I found plenty that were very similar, but they were black, and they're selling for like well over $200 or $300. This one, I asked the guy how much he wanted for it, and he said, oh man, I spend a lot on those. I bought those. I spend a lot. I gotta have at least $60. I'd go to 50. I'd go as low as 50. Would you take it for 40? And so I was like, okay, yeah, well, I'll take them for 40. I probably would have paid 50, but he just kept talking himself down. So I'm happy about that. $40 for that guy. I think probably $250 to $300. Here's Pineapple. Come here, buddy. Come here. He's been sneaking around all night tonight. He got a bee sting on his foot. We were taking a walk, so he's been having a hard night tonight. This poor guy's been going through a lot. Just a couple of weeks ago, last week, he got all these burrs all over his face, and Jessica had to shave the side of his face to get it off. So this guy is having a lot of trouble in the last couple of weeks. Okay, at that same sale as that motorcycle stuff, he had this giant tiger. This thing is probably 4.5 feet long, and then this long tail. And it was almost the same story. I said, how much for the tiger? And he said, oh, okay, yeah, 15. Oh, I'll take 15, but I'll probably take 10. How about 5? Will you give me 5? So I paid him $45 for the saddlebags and for this giant tiger. I didn't do any research on this, but I'm pretty certain this guy's worth a good amount of money. I mean, at least 50, probably more. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if I could get $100 for him, but I haven't done any research yet. I didn't even look to see if he had tags or anything. I just saw a big, cool stuffed animal and went for it. Okay, let's move this. This is a Halloween decoration, animatronic. It's called Haunted Living. The Black Widow. So I have no idea what's even in here. Like, I'm assuming what's in there, what's on the box is what's in there, but you never know. I looked this up this came from that same church sale as the backpack and the Winnie the Pooh. I looked it up on eBay while I was there, and there's 2 that sold last year for like $190, $189. I think both sold for the same price, and there are none currently listed at all. So I think I've got to get this box pulled open, see if she works, and get it listed right away, because we're already a good portion of the way into September, and Halloween is coming. So, all right, the final thing I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to go pack orders, is this Ooni pizza oven. So I was at a yard sale and I was just about to walk away, and I heard a guy, like the neighbor, come up and talk to the people selling, and he said, "The thing I really want here is that pizza oven." And then the guy said, "Oh yeah, I thought I was really going to get into that stuff, but then I bought it and I realized it didn't come with the pizza peel, and I was going to have to buy extra stuff to use it, and so I don't even want to mess around with it." And he said it's worth about $200. And then I stepped in and said, "How much do you want for that pizza oven?" And he said, "Well, I really want 100, but would take offers." So I walked around. It was like a block sale. I walked around several other sales and didn't buy anything. And I came back to him, and I only had $80 in my pocket, so I offered him that, and he took it. And from my research, it's worth a little more than 200, maybe 280. Like some have sold like brand new, which this one is. It's never been taken out of the box. I saw one sold for 600, but I think like just over 300 is probably the good price for it. Maybe like 400 with free shipping. So I think I'll probably end up, like I paid 80 for it. I'll probably sell it for I'll probably try to sell it for 300 or 280 and make $150 profit on that. It's big and heavy, so it's gonna be a work to ship it, but it's worth it for that kind of profit. All right, so that's everything that I'm gonna be dealing with over the next few days, trying to get all this stuff listed so that we can keep our shop full for fourth quarter, which is coming up pretty quickly. And based on the sales that I got today, I would say fourth quarter is kind of here. Like my numbers are going up. This whole month has been pretty good. I don't think we've had one really bad day. So that's it for new inventory. Let's go to the other room and start packing. Okay, I just pulled 5 items that are going out tonight, and there's 6 more. So I'm just gonna do these in waves because I think my bench would get overwhelmed by this number of sales. I'm leaving the fan on. It's just I'm a little too warm right now, and I want to stay cool, so hopefully it doesn't affect the audio too much. We'll see how it goes. All right, the first thing we're gonna do, because it's fragile, is this ceiling lamp globe, and I think it will fit in here. Will it? I'm gonna double box it, but I want to make sure I have a box that will fit. Yeah, that's perfect fit. So this was a good sale for me, and this was maybe the first sale that I've had where I used my my own ChatGPT tool, where I'm just uploading a few images and a few words and letting it do a little research for me and tell me the price, the expected value of something, a little bit of information about the history of the item. And it found out, it didn't find an exact maker of this glass piece, but it gave me a pretty good range of dates and styles and everything, and it sold pretty quickly. I think in less than a week, probably maybe just 2 weeks, for $125. And I bought a whole box of glass lampshades and stuff, and this, I'm estimating I paid $2 for it. It's probably actually only $1 really, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with that sale. And I have 2 matching like lampshades, smaller single bulb lampshades, so hopefully those will go just as quickly. I'm gonna fill this void. You can tell this is high quality piece of glass just by how light it is. You expect it to have a certain weight, and when you pick it up, it's probably 50% lighter than your brain tells you it's going to be. So very dainty, fragile item. So let's keep our fingers crossed on this one. I'm going to pack the living hell out of it so that it doesn't get broken. I'm going to put it in this box and then put this box inside of another box. And let's get some bubble wrap on it. I can't always find the seams on these wraps, the perforation where it just tears. So I'm gonna be very slow with this one and then speed through some of these other orders. So I really want this to go well. All right, masking tape. There's Linda's masking tape. All right, let's put another wrap around the other way. And then hopefully it still fits in this box. It's gonna be pretty tight. I might pull this layer kind of tight, but not too tight, to try to make sure that it fits in the box. Yeah, I got this at a garage sale. Let's do some research. I got this at a garage sale on August 15th, and I'm sure it took me a little while to get it listed because it is a little complicated and I had to do some research, and I wasn't in a big hurry to do that. Okay, that still fits. I want to put more padding in here. So we'll go with paper. Mostly I'm trying to fill the corners of putting a round item in a square box. I went to that sale and they had advertised it as a garage sale, but it was really more of a family run estate sale. So there were even people wearing matching shirts so you could figure out who was working there and who was shopping. And they were really encouraging people, go inside the house, there's more stuff inside the house. So I went in the house and everything was priced, and it was a lot of really old stuff, like 100-year-old and older. There was a lot of stuff that I was interested in, but then the prices were just more than I could possibly handle. So that feels good. So I thought there's no way I'm gonna buy anything at this sale based on these prices. But then I went out to the garage and there was, just 2 or 3 people, men out there running the sale, and they, nothing out there had prices. And they were just like, everybody would say, what do you think this is worth? And they would say, well, you tell me what you'll give me. And they were basically just telling everybody yes, no matter what price they gave. And I think they might have had better stuff in the garage than they did inside the house. So there was like an old metal bread box, and it had all of these light fixtures sticking out of it. And I didn't know what they were, or if they were worth anything, or really what they were at all, if they were, I don't know anything about that stuff. So I asked him, how much you want for this? And he said, will you give me $10? And I said, well, sure, yeah, I'll try $10. So there was a lot of stuff in there that was like kind of immediately going in the garbage, stuff that was broken or just unusable. And some of the other things I got out of there was like this thing, $125 right here. I had some drops, like chandelier crystal drops, and I already sold a couple of those. I think I sold one set for 50, one set for 25, something like that. And I still have 2 more sets of those. I have the shades that go with this. I have some other ceiling shades that I listed today, and then one other shade I decided to not bother listing. I found most of these things are they seem to be, I don't think any of this was one-offs, but these things are over 100 years old for sure, so it's hard to find exact comps. They weren't the sort of thing that necessarily had companies, they weren't like art glass where you would know the name of the builder or the maker. But let me get some of that bubble stuff. Do I have any more? I brought a bunch of stuff in today and I spilled it all over. So it's a big mess in here, but it's probably dark enough you can't see it anyway. But I have a whole box of these air bubbles, so I'm gonna use them. These aren't my favorite kind of packing materials. They're not totally reliable. Like you can see, this one already has no air in it. All right, that's too much. Let's put it out of the way. Try not to disturb Pineapple. He's had a bad enough day today. I like that he wants to come down here and join me, so I don't want to make too much noise and scare him away. Okay, so far so good. There we go, that's a good package. So I think there's gonna be 4 inches probably between the glass and the outside wall, and multiple layers of cardboard. So I think this is gonna be about as safe as it can get. But yeah, I was real excited when this sale came in, because I was really just wildly guessing a price on it. There were some others similar style that sold for that kind of a price range, but there's also a lot that sold for like $35 and $40. And that's, I was gonna say earlier, I have one other lampshade, and is the only one that I could actually find an exact comp of, and it's currently for sale. It's not even a sold, and it's they're only asking $25 for it. So I decided, for this fragile piece of glass, I don't want to mess around trying to ship it and everything for only $25. So I've got a big pile of stuff that's supposed to be for some potential garage sale that we may never ever get around to doing. But if I'm going to do it, I need to do it soon. It's not quite mid-September yet, but it's getting there, and the sooner you have a sale, the better. I want to do it. I think it would be fun to do it, but I don't know. I just don't want to set it up. I'm thinking about just having a few tables that say $1. Everything on this table is $1. Everything on the other table is $2. And then the next table maybe is $5. And then that's it. Like, don't do anything. don't do any other pricing other than that, because I don't want to have to put price tags on anything. And I'm happy to take discounts and stuff. I just really need to get this stuff out of here, and I don't want to lose the money that I invested on some of these things. So, okay, that's going to be probably the most complicated pack of the night. So let's finish it up with some information. Weight, it's pretty light for how big it is. It's only 5 pounds. This box is 19 by 17. That's surprising. By 9. And let's see who's it going to. This is going to BR in Kentucky. That thing looks like it would fit right in home. Look right at home in a little house in Kentucky. So there it goes. Good. I'm gonna move it out of the way. I have to cover that hazardous label in a minute. Okay, this thing is radio, like a weather radio, Radio Shack vintage weather radio. I sold this once before, hazard alert radio. I sold it once before and the person sent it back and said the volume was too low. So I got it back, I turned it on and I found it doesn't just have a knob, you know, you have to go into the menu to find the volume adjustments. And I just turned the volume up and it seemed just fine. So I relisted it and hopefully it will not cause a problem for the next buyer. So if this next person wants to return it, then this thing is just gonna go, I'm just gonna give them a refund and let them keep it, 'cause I don't want it back if it's broken. And I mean, I tested it to the best of my ability. Seemed like it's working just the way it's supposed to. It's hard to test a weather alert when it's only gonna come on and alert you about something when there's actually a problem. But the other person bought it. They said I turned it on and then I left for a while, and when I came home it was too quiet. So I didn't know what they were even really talking about. I have a suspicion they just wanted to have an excuse to return it. So I don't know exactly how much I lost on that return situation. Maybe maybe $10 to $12. I don't know, the shipping cost. I would have lost all that shipping money. But hopefully we'll recoup that now and not have to hear about this weather radio ever again. Okay, that one is a lot faster than the lamp. Weather 2 pounds 1. Why couldn't it be 2 pounds even? This is 13 by 11 by 3, and it's going to JE in Indiana. I guess in the Midwest is where we need weather alerts. I don't know. All right, these 2 wrenches I have no memory of buying. It says I got them at a garage sale and I paid $1.68 for them, which that seems like a weird amount, but could be. I'm gonna wrap some. I already have this tape around here, but I'm gonna wrap more stretch wrap to just hold them together. And I don't have an ideal box for something this long and skinny, so we're gonna try a different box. This is kind of a big box, really. What's in here? Paper, plastic. We'll use that sometime in the future. And then let's make sure it actually fits in here. So this is just gonna have to go corner to corner, and it's fine. I'm trying to decide right now, do I want to put all of these packages out for my carrier to pick up tomorrow, or do I want to, I could put some out and take some in myself. It's possible some of these could go FedEx, and then I would definitely take them myself. So I'll try to use up some more of these air bubbles. Whoop, see, can't trust them. All right, let's put more paper in here. No reaction from Pineapple from that exploding balloon. He did get a Benadryl after he got that bee sting, so maybe he's a little bit zonked out. He's supposed to get his other pill, his noise phobia pills, at 8. I'm not sure if he got those or not. It's already almost 11. Okay. All right. Wrench, 3 pounds 12, and this box is 16 by 9 by 9, and BM we're going to. BM. You'll be anyway. Okay, what have we got next? This is a little badge, like a medal that came. I bought a navy dress jacket from a garage sale, and when I got home I realized it had some medals in the pockets, including this one, which is an Air Force. It's not a Navy, it's Air Force. It's an Air Force Maintenance Senior, this pin. So I don't know exactly what that means, but somebody does, and they paid me $8.99 for this pin, which I wrote down $1 cost of goods, so I must have decided to lessen the cost of goods of the jacket by including some cost into the accoutrement. I didn't talk about those wrenches. I only sold those for $9. I wonder what the story was. Blue Line combination wrenches. I never heard of Blue Line. Like I said, I have no memory of buying that. That's not even, well, that is a long time ago. August of 2024. That's just over a year that I bought that. And this pin came from a garage sale on March of this year. So not quite as old. I was thinking maybe they came from the same sale, but no, that's only 1 ounce. And this package is 10 by 5. This marker is going bad. 10 by 5 by 1. It's going to H. All right, the last thing here is a CB radio. I think will fit in this box. This guy, okay, I had 2 CBs. I had 2 CBs, and I don't have any way to test them. You know, I don't have any cables. I don't even really know how you would go about testing them. So I just listed them both together and listed them for parts or for repair. So I paid $5 a piece for them. So I think I put them together and I think I sold it for like, I don't know, $65, something like that maybe. I can't remember for sure. And the guy that bought it said, I really only want one. I only want one of these. I don't want the second one. So he didn't want this one at all. So good. I sent him the one he wanted, and then I relisted the second one, which was this one. And I guess I didn't look closely enough at the listing because I had the word 90s in the title, which was the manufacturing date of the other CB. And this one has a label right on the back that says, it says manufacturing date, August. I think it says October. It says November 2013. So a guy messaged me today and said, I was just about to buy this. I see it says 2013, but then you put 90s in the title. So which is it? So I just forgot to take the 90s out when I relisted it. So I explained it to him, told him, yep, the label definitely says 2013, and then he bought it just like 5 minutes later. So it's not the most valuable item. I sold it for $22.99, but since I already sold the other one, it's a kind of a gravy situation, an extra $22 that I don't necessarily deserve, but I'll take it. I don't get this kind of box that often. These ones with the side flaps that go inside. This one, it's got a little extra protection, double wall box for the CB. The other one, the guy got it. He said he sent me a message right away after it arrived and said, I hooked it up to my rig, whatever that means, and it works perfectly. So I'm assuming the same story with this one, but it was sold for parts. So if it doesn't work, it should not be able to come back. CB is kind of heavy, 5 pounds, 11 by 10 by 4, and it's going to DH. Okay, I'm gonna get these out of the way. I'm gonna buy the labels for these 5 and get them stacked up out of the way, and then come back with another round for tonight's orders. So this time I just pulled 3 items, so we'll get those packed. This is a vintage sticker from MXR Guitar Pedal Company. I have a bunch of these. I have like 3 or 4 different styles I got from a guy on Craigslist. I think I might have like 25 or 30 of those exact ones. I'm not sure how many I have left, but they were selling pretty quickly earlier when I first got them, but they slowed down. Had not sold many at all. This one I think I sent out a pretty low offer. Can't remember for sure. I think it was like, I think I had it listed for $6.99 and I sold it for $5.59. So MXR, but this will go by eBay standard envelope, so the shipping will be pretty cheap on it. And I'm sure I charged like $4 shipping. That's only one. It's really 0 ounces, but it's 8 by 6, and it's going to L in Illinois, not too far from here. LR. All right, next up, I took this thing. I was surprised that this thing took as long as it did to sell, because I usually have pretty good luck on these, but it's really not even that long. It's from June of this year, and I just saw one of these yesterday, brand new in the box, for $100. You know, there are different model numbers and they all look the same, and I'm not sure what makes one different from the other, but this one isn't one of the most valuable ones. And no box, no instruction manual, none of that stuff. All of that is helpful for the price. So this one I sold for $40 plus shipping. The one that went out, it went out a couple of days ago. I think was like 111 or 109, something like that. This one only 40 bucks. But this one is, like I said, no box and also doesn't fit in this box. Okay, we gotta find a different box. Let's see. Turn some lights on in here. We can see what we're doing. I'm trying to use this as a box room, you know, a little boxery here, but it is not perfect for that because it's kind of far away from where the action is. But shoot, let's try this one. I don't think it's gonna fit though. We'll save this. Maybe we'll use it later tonight. This is definitely not big enough. So put this back. I got a bunch of these and they're heavy duty. So it would have been a good choice if it would fit, but it doesn't. All right, oh, there's a big spider over there. I don't have that many of these left. These 16, these are 16 by 15 by 15. These are supposed to be for dinner plates, but it seems like it'll do it. It's gonna need quite a lot of padding around the edges because it's not really 16 inches wide. It's only more like 11. And it's pretty shallow, really. Okay, we'll make it work. I'm gonna wrap it with some bubble wrap for security. Make myself feel better. Give me my tape. Come on. All right, how are we gonna do this? If I had some small boxes that would fit in here, that'd be good. Do I? Well, I have this, which doesn't fit in here exactly, but I bet I could make it fit by cutting these parts off. I'm just trying to save paper, basically. I don't want to spend all of my shipping materials, expend it all on this one project. So I have a bunch of junk like this laying around. I'll just stick it in there and it takes up space. And then we can fill the rest with paper. This is gonna be an off-center box by the time we're done. All the weight's gonna be at this end, off balance. I really don't like leaving this much heavy stuff for my carrier, but it's getting, after weekends, it's getting to be more and more likely that I'm gonna have quite a few packages going out. And most of I guess there's about 5 different post offices that I frequent, and one of them is great. They've never ever caused me any trouble. The rest of them don't really like handling packages, and especially if you come in there with 15 or 20 packages, get the stink eye. And sometimes I just flat out yell at you and say, I'm not taking those packages. So I don't know what my options are, really. There's one place where they require you to just drop the packages in a bin and they will not scan them for you. There's one where they'll scan up to 5, but anything more than that, you have to just drop them. And I mean, I don't really care that much. I mean, I'm just dropping them on my porch most days and I'm not getting evidence that they've been scanned. So I'm not that worried about packages going missing. But when you have packages that are worth $100 or $200 or whatever, it does start to get, you do kind of want to get those scans. Piezo, this is pretty heavy. 8 pounds. 16 by 5. And who's it going to? BV in Pennsylvania. So let's get out of the way, BV. We got other packages coming in. Okay, next. These are Honeywell smart thermometers. I got these at a garage sale. The guy had them, obviously he paid $149 for them, probably. Maybe he got them on sale, maybe they fell off a truck, I don't know. But he had them at his sale listed for, he had a price tag on them of 50 bucks each. And I asked him if he had any wiggle room, and he said, what are you thinking? And I said 80 for both, and he said yes. So I bought both of these for $80. They do sell for over 100 each. I had them listed not for that long, but longer than I thought it would take to sell. I thought they were going to be a quick turnaround. I had them listed for 125 or 115. And then just the other day when I was doing inventory on that box, I lowered the price to 100 even. And then today a guy sent me a very weird message that said, let me see if I can find it. No, let's skip it. It just was like the number 2, 85 each or something like that. Like no sentence, no actual English written sentence or any other language. But I was able to decipher that he wanted to buy them for 85 bucks each, which is definitely less than I wanted and definitely less than I could have gotten if I wanted to wait around. But I thought, he's going to take both of these. This is going to be out of my hair, and I'm going to make, I don't know, maybe we'll make $50 or $60 on these two. So I sent him an offer, 85 bucks. He bought both of them in less than a minute. I'm going to guess that he's a landlord or something. He needs two of these for some apartments. I don't really know. But all I know is they'll be out of my hair, and I'll have made a little bit of money. So maybe he's a reseller. I had that suspicion. If he buys them for me for 85 and he can resell them for 125, he can make a little money. That's okay with me. Oh, honey, oh, where did it go? This is, so I got $170 for the two of them. 2 pounds 8, so we'll call that 3 pounds. 9 by 9 by 9. I don't know how eBay comes up with shipping, how it calculates shipping when you have a multi-quantity listing like this. But it's the shipping price that they charged him seemed a little low to me. So we'll see how that goes. All right, I'm gonna buy the labels for these 3 packages, and then we'll come back with the final 3 orders of the night. All right, the last 3 items are here. They're ready to go. So we'll start with these Dr. Martens sandals. I just listed these a couple of days ago. It seems like things are moving faster than they used to. So I got these at a garage sale for only $2, and they are like pristine condition. I couldn't find this exact model. This number is 8585, like the model number. I couldn't find this exact one, but there are many others that are very similar in style. They just have a different model number for some reason. And some of those sold for 80 to 90 something, you know, maybe even over 100. But I couldn't find this exact style, so I just decided to play it safe and try to get them to move quickly. I just listed them for 50. I figured if I pay $2 for them and I sell them for 50, that's a pretty good return on investment, and I can't complain too much about it. So putting them in this plastic bag so I can put it inside the box and not feel like they're gonna bang around against each other or against the bare cardboard and somehow get damaged. So we'll put them in here and put paper all around so they really can't bang around. So yeah, I was happy with this sale. A lot of these sales just came in just in like the last hour before I started filming tonight. I thought I was going to have like 6 or 7 orders going out, and then several sales came in all at once around just when I was getting ready to start filming. So good. The more sales, the better, but it is getting late now. It's already 11:30. I've been packing, I don't know, for at least an hour. Doesn't really seem like it's that long, but sometimes these things take a while. All right, Martin, I'm just gonna put docs on here. Get this computer out of the way. 4 pounds. These are the made in UK ones, 12 by 10 by, so they're automatically a little more valuable than the newer ones where they make them who knows where. Not in England. Okay, let's see, who are they going to? In Chicago. So yeah, I'm in Chicago, so they should get there pretty quickly. All right, next up. As we've been doing this inventory, some things I've been ending and relisting them with new prices, trying to tweak the algorithm a little bit, I guess. And this thing, well, let me show it to you. It's like a calculator wheel. This is for film photography, so it tells you number of times of reduction. I don't know exactly what that means, and I used to teach darkroom photography years ago, and I never really knew what that meant. You know, they would have there was an old chemical called a reducer, and I don't know if this is related to that or if it's related to like printing smaller sizes or something. In any rate, I got this at a garage sale I was just driving down the street and I saw like a bunch of stuff out in a yard. So it was really a yard sale. And it didn't have a sign or anything, but it looked like a yard sale. So I stopped and the lady said, "Oh, I'm just getting ready to close up, but you know, take a look around, see if there's anything you want." And I did find quite a few things there that were pretty good. And she was basically just giving stuff away. So I only paid $0.25 for this. I think she was probably, I mean, honestly, she probably would have just said, "Take anything you want," because I think she was moving and needed to get rid of everything. But I did pay her all of her asking prices, even though I'm 100% sure she would not have charged me. I'm gonna just write photo on here. I only have 3 things, so it won't be that hard to keep track of what's what. Okay, 4 ounces, then 11 by 9 by 1. Usually if I do these flat things, I'll show you the next one. I try to put corrugation going in 2 different directions, so it's pretty hard to bend. But this thing only sold for $12.99. I'm not going to worry about it too much. This is going to SA in Maryland. Okay, now the final thing is the real sale of the day. I'm very excited about this one. I don't know if it was last night or 2 nights ago. I was going through some things I pulled out of my death pile, and it's these color by number sheets. There's these packs. There's 5 in each, 5 different images in each one of these packs. And I don't even know how long I've had these. Probably at least a year, maybe more. They've been in my closet in a grocery bag, just waiting to get listed. And there must be, I can't remember now, if I had 25 of them. There's several different packs. Like this one is called Defense and Discovery. There's one that has like images from around the world, and there's one that's like 1950s teen stuff. So I think there's like 6 of these, 7 of these, 7 of one, 7 of one, 6 of one, 4 of one, whatever. There's all different numbers of them, and they're rare, especially in like sealed, perfect condition like this. So I only found one that sold, and I think it actually was this one, Defense and Discovery. So it's like NASA rockets and jets and stuff. So there was one that sold like 3 years ago, and it sold for $100. So I figured, I mean, it's 3 years later, everything else has gotten more expensive. Prices must have gone up on basically anything. So I put, I listed these for 125 just yesterday, or maybe even this morning. I think yesterday. And one of them sold already for $125. And I thought, like, is this wishful thinking? Am I pricing myself out here? Is this a bad idea? But sold one. There must be at least a couple more people out there who want to buy these. So I put this on a sheet of cardboard. I put it in a bag. I put it in a sheet of cardboard, and this corrugation goes up and down this way. I'm going to put it inside this box, which the corrugation goes this way. So that'll be a real difficult for that to get bent once it's all put together. There's no guarantee that somebody won't bend this, but hopefully not. I have shipped flat items and expensive items like this before, so I think it will be okay. Might end up doing even more. Like maybe I'll put another layer of corrugation going this direction on the outside of the box, just to give it a little bit more stiffness, because it does, right now it does feel like it might bend a little bit. So let's find another sheet of cardboard. So if I could sell all of these for $125, yeah. I wrote in my notes that I paid $1 a piece for them, but I don't really remember. It's very, very likely that they were like 4 for $1, or even possible that it was a fill a bag situation where I just bought a bag for $5 and put all this stuff in it. I just can't remember. It was too long ago. So don't let your death piles get out of hand. Mine is not really that bad, but I'd like to know what I paid for stuff, and I cannot keep track of that stuff after it's been in the closet for a year. All right, what's this piece of cardboard? Which direction will it go? Okay, I'm gonna find something else. I'll be right back. Okay, I went and I got one of those heavy duty boxes and cut just one flap off of it, and I'm gonna just tape it down here in place, and then this will put some real stiffening in this flat box, and it will definitely not be able to be bent. Okay, we're almost done here tonight. This is the last one. And this order just came in just like 5 minutes before I started filming. Oh, so it was very exciting. Sale. I mean, it's maybe some people don't get excited about $100, but that's a lot of money for me, and I like to get those sales like that. So I was very happy with that. Okay, I gotta get some more tape. Okay, let's get this last bit of tape on here. I knew there was a spot that I hadn't taped yet. Well, maybe I got the whole thing. I'll just put it on here. It's fine. So, all right. These last 3 packages are gonna get labels, and then we're gonna wrap it up tonight with a recap and a rundown of exactly how much money we made. So hold on for that. So now that everything has got labels and it's all packed up, it doesn't even really look like that much stuff. But this is a big sales day for me, and I'm pretty excited about it actually. So let's go look at some numbers. All right, so we'll go through all of Saturday's sales, starting with the Radio Shack weather radio that we packed up 45 minutes ago or something. That earned, this is the one that sold once before, and then I resold it for $40, charged $7.65 for shipping. The actual shipping cost was $6.53, so we make a little bit on the shipping there. eBay fees were $4.65. I've already assigned the cost of goods to the one that sold once and then was returned, so we basically have a zero cost of goods on this. So for that radio, we earned $36.47. If it gets shipped back, we're probably it's gonna cost us $46 or something to get it back, and then we'll lose that money. But I think it's gonna be fine. I hope it will be. All right, the opal. This lampshade, the ceiling shade, was called Opal Iridescent Dome Ceiling Shade, 9 3/4 fitter, gold stencils, antique. And after all fees and everything, I sold it for $125. After everything, I brought home, for whatever reason, I only charged $4.08 shipping, and it was actually like closer to $16. So after eBay fees and shipping and cost of goods, we earned $95.79 on that ceiling globe. So pretty good. Those two giant wrenches that I have no memory of ever buying only earned $4.15. It cost like almost $10 to ship those things, and it seemed like no matter what I did, if I was going to change the size of the box, I couldn't get it any lower. So $4.15 for those heavy duty wrenches. Somebody's getting a good deal on that. The little Air Force badge, senior air maintenance, earned $7.90. And the CB radio, this is one that we just earned a little bit of extra money after we sold it once and the guy didn't want it, $15.28. And finally, that MXR guitar effects pedal sticker, we earned $6.12 on that. So yesterday sales, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sales on Saturday that earned us total $165.71. So that's a pretty good day for me. Like anything over 150 is pretty good these days, but we're looking for more. So let's go on to Sunday. So we had a Villageware Pizzelle baking machine. After all of the fees and everything, that earned just about $30, $29.88. So a little less than I'm used to on those machines, but not bad. The two thermostats, I paid $80 for those, so that had a high cost of goods. And I basically I just didn't quite double my money because I took that offer, but I made $70, $70.98 on those two. Then the Dr. Martens, I sold them for $50. The fees and everything, the cost of goods and all of that stuff, subtract that, and we're down to $40.43. The little calculating wheel for the darkroom chemicals, $19.15. And then finally, the Venus Paradise Color by Number picture pack. So keep your eye out for these. I mean, I think they're pretty rare, but don't pass up on paid by number sets. If at least check them out. So that one set, after all the fees and everything, I earned $108.36 for just one of them, and I have 24 more floating around. So if we can sell all those, we're going to be doing good. So for today, total profit, it's almost midnight. I don't think we're going to get any more sales in tonight. Actually, let's just double check right now while I've got eBay open. Make sure that no sales came in while I've been jibber jabbing. I'll go to my eBay, the seller hub, and check. No tasks pending, no orders. So yeah, we might get another order or two tonight, but I don't think we will. So anyway, total profit for today, $268.80. I just had a day kind of like that amount, $243 on Friday, $197 on Thursday. So we've been having pretty good days this whole month, except for one day where we only made $40. Every other day so far this month has been over 150, so pretty good. Right now we're on, what day is it? September 7th. So we're 7 days in, 1 week into the month, and we are currently averaging $177 a day, which would have been good to have that exact average. About 3 months ago, I did some calculations and I figured out I needed to be making $170 a day for the rest of the year in order to reach my $50,000 annual goal. And this is probably the first day that we've got that kind of average the first month. And I mean, it's only the 7th day of the month. We could have a bunch of $20 and $10 days here before the end of the month. But keeping our fingers crossed. Let's be positive. So 177.07 is the average profit per day during September, and the average profit per sale is $33.50. So now I just have to figure out what I'm going to do with these packages. Seeing them here, that doesn't look that unmanageable for my carrier, so I think I might just put them on the porch. One of them is going to FedEx. This one is definitely going to FedEx. I feel like this is the most expensive one. The lampshade, I might take that in, and the color by number. I might take these two in by hand and ask them to scan them right in front of me so I know for sure they're covered and I can get the insurance money if they get lost or damaged. But I'm going to put everything else out for the carrier. So she will come and take them tomorrow, and then we'll be on to the next day. So I don't think we'll have such a big day tomorrow. Usually Mondays are a little slower. Tuesdays things pick back up again from my experience. So I'll definitely be doing a packing video tomorrow though. Surely we'll have at least one sale. And I do a packing video pretty much every day of the week. So join me here on YouTube by clicking the subscribe button, and we'll see you again very soon. Bye.